Different ways to understand Polynesian history.
But in our cultures, we store our knowledge in song and dance, on our bodies, in the stars, on our va'a, in the forest, in the mountains. That's our library. And so if you want to learn about us, you sing, you dance, you voyage, you get a tatau, you spend time in the forest, because that's where our library is, that's where we store our knowledge. So the body of customs and traditions that make up all these different islands, it's not just customs and traditions, that's our library, that's our record book. And so that's where our stories are kept. So if you want to learn about us, that's where you go. And so, long live the written tradition, and long may it continue. And we should read and be literate and all of that. Long may that live. But beyond that, we also have other ways of storing knowledge, other ways of knowing, other ways of learning. And so I lean on those probably more than I lean on literature. I embrace oral traditions and stories and people's encounters and experiences. I embrace that alongside the written tradition, but I give more weight to the oral traditions, because that's not only where we store our stories and our knowledges, but also we are more likely to learn about us in those stories, not in the written stories. And so, academia is about turning a lot of those stories into literature, so that our stories can be kept in that way as well. So the stories that I'm about to unfold are stories that come from that bias, that the oral traditions, people's stories and experiences, I will embrace.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid of hearing different and contradictory stories, because we didn't have this concept of the single narrative. To us, it was all right it was all right to have contradictory explanations and experiences, and everyone's experience was okay to embrace. It was okay to live with contention. It was okay to live with paradoxes. There was nothing wrong with that. And so I'm mindful that the stories I'm about to share.
And before he gets into that stories, once again, like you mentioned, this is why we have this podcast. There's a million oral histories. Some of them contradict, right? But what I want to express is what we call life. That's what we call learning and growing.